What's up, guys? It's Deej with Deej Fishes. Welcome to the first video of 2025. It's late in January right now. We've had a bit of a slow start to the year. Just really been spending time at home with the family and getting ready for what's going to be a very busy year. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate you guys that reach out to me and ask where I've been. I'm actually in my little tackle shop right now, rigging up for Alamo Lake this weekend. So I figured it'd be a good time to touch base with those of you that follow me closely and just go over what the goals are for the season, what the schedule is, and what changes we have. We have a new sponsor for the channel this year. So we'll go over that too. I'm gonna show you guys some of the baits I'll be throwing. And yeah, let's get into it. I'm looking at the schedule right now for the year. I have it down here on my laptop out of your sight. But we got 28 tournaments scheduled this year. And, you know, some more can get sprinkled in there as the year goes on. There's always little tournaments that pop up. There's going to be events in Southern California that I might join. So you add 28 tournaments with the amount of pre-fishing it takes to have success in those events. And it basically equals a lot of time on the water. So I'm going to have a bunch of opportunity to bring you guys some content and to just go out and catch fish and enjoy being outside. Obviously, if you guys don't know, many of you do, but if you don't, I am a father of 4 kids, 3 toddlers, 1 teenager. So, you know, that's always going to come first, obviously, as it should for everyone. I do my best to make sure that the house life is maintained. That way I can get out and fish and enjoy my time. But, you know, if at any time it gets too busy at home, maybe I'll have to dial some of those tournaments back. But for right now, we're gunning for 28 tournaments on the schedule. We're fishing the AKBA Kayak Series, the Bass Junkies Kayak Series, the Lower Gear Kayak Series. We're fishing the AZ Urban tournaments at least one a month at one of the local ponds or rivers. And then we're also fishing as a co-angler with Weekend Warriors through Southwest Custom Tackle. So super fun events planned. We got Havasu in April for a weekend tournament. We got Roosevelt in April for a weekend tournament. Havasu again in October for a weekend. Night tournaments at Saguaro and Canyon, and a day tournament up north at Willow Springs chasing smallmouth in Arizona. I mean, and then obviously we're doing Pleasant, we're doing Saguaro, we're doing Roosevelt, Apache. We're going to be at every single lake around town, and we're going to go to the Colorado River several times. So I'm just excited to learn and grow this year and hopefully make some money. You know, that's why I tournament fish. That's not the only reason why, but at the end of the day, I'm a competitor. I love putting my money up, putting my money where my mouth is, and going out and competing and, you know, trying to take home a bag, trying to make some money out of this hobby that I love. And it's just a blast competing with all the local hammers. There's a bunch of good people out here, and it just makes you better. This year we have a new sponsor for the channel, which if you've seen some of my recent videos, you've probably noticed that I've been throwing Fat Pack baits a little more. I've been throwing them for about a year. I've been involved with Fat Pack. He actually sponsors our AZ Urban tournaments. So that's kind of how I got introduced to the baits. And we've just grown a relationship from there. Jesse, the owner, was nice enough to let me try out the full line of baits before I, you know, really committed into representing Fat Pack for 2025. And I've gained nothing but confidence in the baits, been catching fish on them. I'll kind of go over some of my favorites right now. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited to represent a local company. I throw a lot of local bait maker stuff. I like to support those that support, you know, us fishermen. Fat Pack is one of those companies. He makes solid baits. Above all, they catch fish. They're, you know, compared to other baits, they are very inexpensive. I think a 15 pack of drop shot worms is $5. So let me show you guys some of the baits. What I'm going to show you is available at Copper State Tackle. I'm also working with them a little bit this year. They gave me a discount code for Copper State Tackle. It's DEEJ10. That's DEEJ 10. It'll get you 10% off at checkout at Copper State. Copper State's my favorite tackle shop in town. I was one of their original customers. I did one of the first orders to help them set up their online account. So to be working with them is just super cool. I've always been cool with the guys that work there and the owner, David. So A lot of stuff coming for 2025. Like I said, new sponsor, new relationships. Let's dive into these baits real quick. I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time. And at the end of the video, I'll be doing a little giveaway. So stay tuned. It's nothing serious, but I will be giving some packs of baits away for sure. So the first bait for Fat Pack that I really started throwing, that I got confidence in, is the thin worm. It's their 6-inch drop shot worm, guys. You know, you can't make soft plastics and not make a straight tail drop shot worm. I love this color. It's called Barney's worm. It's purple with red and black flake in it, and it crushes. You know, I spend a lot of time throwing purple worms for drop shots, so this is right up my alley. He's also got a killer morning dawn color, as well as a good oxblood color that I throw, and a ton of other colors too, but I try to keep my colors simple. You can really get lost in the weeds of it when you start getting 100 colors of every bait. So purple is where I live for the drop shot worm. That's that thin worm, and you know, it's a drop shot worm. You put it in the right place, the fish are gonna crush it. The bait that I really started liking Fat Pack and actually buying it for myself was the Drunken Shad. So here's a couple of them right here. It's their 5-inch fluke with some, I mean, just crazy good colors. This is their bluegill color, and this is my favorite color of any fluke I've ever thrown. It is the Pro Blue Electric Shad. It's Pro Blue on top. I don't know how well the GoPro picks it up, but it's Pro Blue on top and Electric Shad. Let me let that stop shaking. It's Pro Blue on top and Electric Shad on the bottom, and it just does great. We were at Martinez last spring just crushing them on these things, and I could catch 6 or 7 fish on it before you know, I'm thinking about replacing them. So they're durable baits, good action. This color right here, I actually haven't caught on yet, but I fish at Saguaro and Canyon Lake a lot. If you guys follow my videos, you know I do. And the bluegill there get very orange bellies, and the big bass there love eating those bluegills. So I throw a lot of orange there. I think while the spawn is going and while the fish are moving up shallow, a color like this is gonna catch me some bigs. So I'm excited for that. Now, if you guys follow the channel, you know I love me a crawfish bait. I throw a jig, I throw a sleeper craw, a red crank, anything imitating a crawfish basically, because I think big fish eat crawfish consistently. So I'm always out there throwing a jig or a Texas rig or something. So it's no coincidence that I am definitely throwing the Fat Pack craws. First craw he's got here is the Bottom Licker. This is the 4-inch craw. It's got a little bit flatter appendages on it, so it's great for a subtle action on the back of a jig or a Texas rig in cold water or with finicky fish. This guy's been crushing for me, like at Roosevelt. We went out the other day and crushed him on it. I keep my craw colors pretty simple. This is the Green Pumpkin Special right here. It's just a little bit darker green pumpkin with black flake. You know, I'll throw a watermelon red or black and blue if it's really dirty water, but for the most part, this is where I'm living right here. And like I said, I throw it on the back of a jig, on a Texas rig, on a free rig, and I've caught fish all those ways. So it's only, you know, it's only gonna get better from here the more I get to know these baits. Now, my favorite of the whole line, and I think the one that sells the best, is this guy right here. It's another craw bait. This is the Beastie Bug Jr. And you can see pretty significant size difference. This guy's under 3 inches, 2.8 inches right here. You throw it on the back of a Kitech jig or your favorite finesse jig, and it just looks like it was meant to be on there. It looks so natural. I could catch them in the little ponds on this guy and in the big lakes. This color right here is sweet. It's called Natural Green Pumpkin Brown, so it's a little bit darker. It's more towards the brown. I don't know how well the camera picks up that color, but this is much more green than this. This is a little bit more brown, and it's got black flake and copper flake in it. Copper flake in Arizona, it does really well if you don't know. So now you do. This guy right here is the little Beastie Bug. I've been throwing him a lot. And the last bait I'll show you guys is a bait that I've caught a few fish on. I actually won a tournament on it. It's their frog, their Skipper Toad Jr. I got a few of them right here. I just kind of bought a variety pack from them. But this color right here, if I can find it, there it is. This color right here is my favorite so far. It's called Yellow Belly Bullfrog. It's got that green pumpkin brown on top and then some sort of yellow tannish on the bottom. Oh, there it is. I throw it weightless with a 4-aught EWG, or a 3-aught on this one actually, on the junior. And it casts far, it leaves a solid wake behind it, it runs straight, and the fish look up and see the color and crush it. So like I said, I won a tournament on this one, an AZ Urban tournament, caught 3 fish on this one so far, and it shows no signs of needing to be replaced. So these guys are durable and they catch them. So that's just a few of the baits. You know, they got plenty more. They got plenty more baits in the line. You know, I think they have the slinky worm and the little bat and the fat swimmer. So I'm getting to know all the baits, but the ones I showed you guys are the ones that I'm catching on. You know, I'm always going to keep the channel honest. You know, I throw a lot of hard baits, crank baits, jerk baits, spinner baits. I love a chatterbait. I love a topwater. None of that is going to stop. But if I am reaching for some soft plastics, Fat Pack is going to be on top of my pile, and I'm excited to represent Fat Pack this year. So, you know, I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me just go over the giveaway I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to give away 10 packs of Fat Pack baits. To get those baits, all you got to do is follow me on Instagram or TikTok. It's just Deej Fishes, D-E-E-J Fishes. And shoot me a direct message that just says Fat Pack. The first 10 people to do that, I'm going to send out a pack of your choice of Fat Pack baits. So yeah, I don't know how many of you have made it this far through the video, if any of you, but if you did, go ahead and like I said, go follow me on Instagram or TikTok, and I'll get you a free pack of Fat Pack, so you don't have to take my word for it. You can go out and actually catch these fish on the baits just like I'm doing. So thank you guys very much for tuning in and checking in on me. Like I said, it's more appreciated than you know. 2025 is going to be a fun year. Hope you guys come along for the ride. The next video you see will be the first actual fishing video of 2025. So thanks again, guys. I'll see you soon on the next one. This is Deej with Deej Fishes.